Hello friends, I'm Govind from VIT University and my topic for IDEA 2020 is the farms of tomorrow. Now what's the purpose that I took this topic? I could have chosen many topics but why specifically this? Because that's one of the most important topic of today's world. The topic is animal attacks in agricultural fields have become common nowadays. In village areas there is unavailability of any detection system, and due to this, if there is any intruder or any animal or any bird attack is there, farmer will not be able to know. He has to physically go to the field to detect the thing, to know if there are any animals who are destroying the crops or any birds or any intruder, like any person who has any grudge on that farmer, he may also destroy the crop. So there should be a proper detection system so that if there will which can detect it automatically. It should not be manual, and at the same time it should be cost effective, and that it should not be very technical, because farmers are living in villages and they cannot go to towns every time just to fix small minor problem. That should be the system should be very simple so that they can use it anytime. What we are proposing is, now coming to the thing, what we are proposing is RFID, radio frequency identification. It consists of three parts: solar tracking for optimum power, animals and bird polling section, third is farmer identification section. Now what is RFID model? RFID model will be used when farmer will not be there in the field. It will notify him if there is any intruder who has entered into his field. This system is also applicable for birds who damages the small crops, that is wheat or etc. This is a system which will provide an ideal solution to the problems faced by farmers in daily life. This system is wireless, that's why it's cost effective. Another one of the best advantage of this system is it not only helps the farmers know that there are any animals or birds, but at the same time it will notify the farmer if there is any intruder who is not there in the database of the RFID tag. Now, as I have already told you about the three parts of the system, coming to the first part, solar tracking for optimum power. What we are proposing here is solar energy. Solar energy is renewable energy. As you know, in villages there is shortage of electricity. Many times there is no electricity, and how can a system work if there will be no electricity at all? So what we are proposing is solar energy. Solar energy will be available every time. But one of the major disadvantages of solar energy is it is not constant. Like at solar panel will be installed, and if that solar panel will be fixed, then efficiency of the system will not be there. So what we want to specify and give more importance is rotatory solar panel. Like it will rotate just like sunflower, so that it can consume more solar energy and it will work efficiently. Now coming to the second part, animal and bird polling section. Here we will install ultrasonic motion detector, which will detect the movement of the humans as well as animals and birds. It uses a low cost ultrasonic motion detector, so farmers can afford to it. The working principle is that there is a transmitter sensor which is used to generate signal in the area. When someone passes across it, the signal is blocked and the receiver will get the signal. Transmitter will amplify the signal that receiver will receive. Now coming to the next section, there is farmer identification section. This is very important because the system can identify farmer of the field. It will use RF module to do so. So if any unregistered human will be there, then it will detect that person as intruder. RFID technology is used to provide solution for secure access of a space while keeping record of the farmer. Farmer identification section are coded messages. The most prominent radio network in farmer identification section may be Zigbee and Z-Wave or RF module. Now coming to the conceptual. Now coming to the solar tracking for optimum power, as I have already told you, that diagram which is there. The diagram shows the system architecture. It consists of a LDR sensor. The sensor senses maximum solar power which is being given by the microcontroller, and here we are using the microcontroller P89V51RD. According to the algorithm, controller takes decision. It tilts the panel towards the direction of the maximum energy given by the LDR with the help of DC motor. The work of DC motor is rotate the mechanical mechanism. The work of LDR is to sense the maximum solar power. DC battery provides continuous power supply to various section power proposed design system. Now coming to the second part, animal and bird polling section. In this section there is a set of ultrasonic receiver and transmitter. The receiver and transmitter operates at the same frequency. It works on the principle that when something or some object move across it, the circuit's balance is disturbed. When its balance is disturbed, an alarm which is already installed gets activated. The circuit is very sensitive and it can be adjusted to reset itself automatically or to stay triggered till it is reset manually after an alarm is done. Now coming to the next section, that is farmer identification section. It is the best part because it can detect even the intruders. Unlike other systems which will detect only for birds and animals, it can also detect human beings. So it is by far, which I have studied many research papers, it is a very good system. The unauthorized humans are not allowed into the field. The system is based on RFID. It consists of an RFID tag. The RFID tag sends coded information to the farmer identification section. It receives, decodes and checks the information in the database. There is a 100-meter diameter antenna attached to the transponder. The transponder is built by using 8051 microcontroller. It gets the tag ID, and if the tag ID is stored in its memory, then the microcontroller will allow the farmer inside the field. Now coming to the next section, that is the algorithm of our system. The algorithm is like you can see, first start, then initialize the LCD, then display the welcome message, display the message receiving signal from LDR, read output voltage from LDR1 and LDR2, check if LDR1 voltage is more than LDR2 voltage. If yes, then rotate solar panel towards LDR using DC motor. Check if touch sensor output is detected. If yes, then stop the rotation of the DC motor, display the message on LCD. Now go to step 3. Now farmer identification section. So this is our flowchart of farmer identification section. First is start, then identification of farmer, RFID tag. It will identify the farmer. Then check the RFID tag code by microcontroller. If farmer present with tag and it is valid, then it's okay. The system that authorized person has entered into the system. If the authorized person has not entered into the system, then a buzzer will buzz and the information will be sent to the farmer. What in our future work we've decided is we will make one app, a mobile app, which will directly tell the farmer, or a message will come that, yeah sir, an intruder has entered into your field, or animals has entered into your field. So it is our future work. Now coming to the conclusion. The system involves remote controlling of animals and birds polling section. This system is really beneficial and life-saving for farmers. To improve the system, we can add temperature and total solid dissolved sensors. There are many pros and cons of this system. Through the RFID tag, the owner of the field will have identification mark or tag. Intruders will be allowed to enter the field. If they enter, the alarm will be when the alarm is triggered. The system uses popular 8051 series microcontroller, which reduces the cost. The 8051 microcontroller provides more features than dedicated logic ICs. But at the same time, everything has its pros and cons, so it has also its cons, and it's not a big issue because it's still in learning process, and if more research will be done, then we can improve the system. The cons are the initial cost will be high for farmers who are not really rich. So that should be feasible, but this system is not that much feasible. In the initial cost is high. After the initial cost, there is almost negligible cost, but that initial is still a tricky part. The best for best functioning, dual axis solar tracking is required. Like we cannot just install fixed solar panel. The solar panel should be rotatory so that it can rotate and get the maximum efficiency of the solar energy. So it will increase the cost by much if there will be rotatory solar panel. So that's the disadvantage of the system. Another is the maintenance of the system. Like the farmers are not will not be technical person. So if any technical glitch will be there, we have already told that there will be less technical problems in this system, but still there is some technical problems. So in future work we can install like what is the real problem, troubleshooting, how can you we can teach the farmers how can they by themselves do the things. Like if there will be any break in the system, any problem in the system, how can they manually correct it. And the system may get damaged by wild animals. Like it is not installed for really big animals like elephants. So it is our future work. Like if animals will enter into the field, they can easily destroy everything. So it is our future work that we will increase our efficiency, and so that it can also detect animals from a large distance. We will increase our diameter of focus area. So this is our conclusion. We are still in learning process and we will improve the system, and by far it is one of the best for detecting the animals and intruders. Thank you.